when you go to the hospital, most time when you go to the hospital, yes, there is a particular test that we are always asked to do. So many of us, we go blindly. We don't even understand what the test means. But in this video, I'm going to be telling us what is contained in the test known as full blood count. Stay tuned to find out necessary information or vital information concerning this test that will help you to know your body well. Please go and subscribe on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube that I'm going to post every detail about this test known as full blood count. My YouTube name is Dr. Omogiade. Dr. Give a space. Omogiade. Dr. Omogiade. Please go to my YouTube and go and subscribe. Subscription is free, so that you will get the necessary information concerning full blood count. So that when you are going to the hospital next time and you get there and they ask you to go and do full blood count, you should be able to know what it entails. Now, the test known as full blood count, we also call it the complete blood count. So I said that it is called an FBC, or we call it a CBC. FBC, full blood count, or CBC, which is complete blood count. Now, in this test, there are three major things that we look at. In the lab, we look at the white blood cell count under it. We look at red blood cell count under it. We look at platelet count under it. Now, for the white blood cell count, somebody can have, of course, white blood cells are those things that God himself has created in our body. And the role of these things, they are supposed to help us fight against infection. Just take them to be like your bodyguards. When you have bodyguards around you, of course, you know that people will not trample on you. Nobody can just come where you are and misbehave. Those bodyguards will, of course, do what? They will treat their fuck up. So that is how it is also for these white blood cell counts in our body. Yes, these white blood cell counts are also soldiers. The reason why they are there is to fight against anything that is not okay, anything that is not part of the body. If it enters the body, they fight against it to make sure that those things don't weigh you down, or to make sure that those things don't cause you more problem. Now, these white blood cell counts, for some reasons, they can be too high when they are higher than the normal range, or for some reasons, they can be lower than the normal range. Now, when they are high, we call it leukocytosis. Leukocytosis, that is when it is high. Then when it is low, we call it leukopenia. So for some reasons, the white blood cell can be too high, and when it is too high or when it is low, it is not good for the body. Of course, you know that too much of everything is bad. Now, when you are seeing a white blood cell count that is high, there are some reasons why such a thing can happen. The first reason can be that there's an acute infection going on in the body. There's an infection that the body is trying to fight. And because the body is fighting it and solution is not coming, the body continues to produce more and more of these soldiers. Oh yeah, where are they? Ngozi, where you there? Amaka, oh yeah, come. So they don't want a situation by your body will now break down. So the body starts sending signal to the body to produce enough white blood cells. And the more they are producing, the more the number is increasing. And before you know it, everywhere white blood cell, it becomes a problem. Now, another reason why there can be high white blood cell in the body is as a result of enduring inflammation. There's an inflammation going on in the body for some reasons. Yes, inflammation is not good for the body. Yes, for some reason, inflammation is going on in the body, and the body is enduring it, and solution is not coming. A time comes and it becomes overwhelming. So you see, the white blood cell now cannot be too high. So when we see an increased white blood cell, so it can be as a result of acute infection, it can be as a result of enduring systemic inflammation. The body is enduring systemic inflammation. It can also be as a result of bone marrow issues. Issues with our bone marrow, yes. That can be another reason why somebody is having an increased white blood cell, which is known as leukocytosis. Now, when the white blood cell is now too low, it's also another problem, because at this point, something foreign can enter into the body. And instead of the body to mobilize the soldiers and say, oh yeah, we are on a day, come on, the body cannot do anything. The body just dey gbor. The body cannot do anything. The body is just helpless. The body cannot do anything. So when malaria comes, malaria will just enter VI. When this one comes, the other one will enter VI. The other one comes, the other one will enter VI. All of them will be calling their mates, say, come on, say, be like, say, this place good for us. So anyone that comes will just stay. Anyone that comes will just stay. At that point, the body is now too weak. The body cannot do anything. Now, there are reasons why such things can also happen. When the bone marrow is supposed to be producing blood cells, when the bone marrow is exhausted, the bone marrow is incapacitated, it can be a reason why somebody is having low white blood cell, which is known as leukopenia. Previous video was on the total white blood cell count. Yes, total WBC count. Total white blood cell count, yes. So that was what we looked at. And now we are going to be looking at the different white blood cells and their role. We have about 5 of them. We have the neutrophils, we have the lymphocytes, we have the eosinophils, we have the monocytes, and we have the basophils. About 5 different types of white blood cells, yes, and their functions. Now, the first one we're going to be looking at is what we call the neutrophils. These ones, where you see them is they are raised when you have bacterial infection. Yes, when somebody has any kind of bacterial infection or any kind of acute physical stress at all, yes, the white blood cell that will be increased is known as what? The neutrophils. So that when next you pick up your results, even before the doctor sees it or before anybody sees it and interprets it, to some extent you will know, okay, this one is higher. That means probably you understand, because some people will say they go to the hospital, they don't attend to me well, they don't do this. If you have some kind of knowledge about this, you see, it will help you to go a long way, yes. So whenever you see that your neutrophils on your full blood counts, when you see that the neutrophils are higher than the normal, so things that can come to your mind is, oh, maybe I have a bacterial infection, or okay, probably there's an acute physical stress, yes. So such can lead to what? An increased neutrophil count. Then the next white blood cell we're looking at is what we call the lymphocytes. These lymphocytes will have 2 types. We have the T lymphocytes and we have the what? The B lymphocytes. So I'll call it the T cells and the B cells. So where you see them is where you have people who have viral infection. Yes, for example, somebody's having HIV, somebody's having syphilis, etc., etc. So in such cases, the lymphocytes can be what? Increased. So where you see them, where you see the lymphocytes, yes, the kind of white blood cells that are being that are being mobilized to go and fight is where there are viral infection or a long-term immune memory, to store immune memory of a particular type of infection. Yes. Then the next white blood cell we're going to be looking at is what we call the monocytes. These ones have their own role. They are being mobilized where you have chronic infection that are lingered for a very long time. Then the monocytes can be what? Can be triggered to come in. So where you see an increased monocyte, you know that probably there's a chronic infection or there's a systemic inflammation going on somewhere in the body. I hope you are following me. I'm breaking it down for us so I will understand it as much as possible. Yes. So that whenever you pick up your lab tests, oh, they said I should go and do full blood count. Okay, these are the things I'm expecting. Now, when the result comes, you look at your result, to some extent, you have an idea. You will not just be like a JJC. Yes, you have an idea on what the result says. Then when you see the eosinophils, when the eosinophils are increased, you know that there's an allergic reaction somewhere. The body is responding to an allergen, yes. So they are called the allergen specialists. They increase during allergic reactions and where you have parasitic infection. Yes, eosinophils will be high. Then the last but not the least, which is the basophils, they are called the histamine alarms. You know the kind of alarm you see when an ambulance is moving, whatever. So they'll just be blowing an alarm, an alarm, an alarm. You know that there's an acute allergic reaction that needs an urgent attention, or there's a rare myeloproliferative disorder. So these ones are not that very rare. So the ones we see that are more rare, more rare are the neutrophils, the lymphocytes, yes. Then probably monocytes, eosinophils, yes. Then basophils. So we have their different reference ranges. So most time when we are reporting the result in the lab, we'll tell you neutrophil, so and so percentage. Lymphocytes, so and so percentage. Monocytes, so and so percentage. Eosinophils, so and so percentage. Basophils, so and so percentage. When you pick up your result, you see them being reported in percentages, over 100. Yes. So when you look at it from there, you'll be able to know, okay, so this is my result and this is the reference range. Okay, is it saying that the value is high, or that the value is low, or that it is within normal range? So these are some of the things you look at for when you carry your full blood count and you are looking at your results. So I told us that full blood count, we have 3 major areas where we look at. We look at the one that concerns the white blood cells. We look at the one that concerns the red blood cells. We look at the one that concerns the platelets. Each of them have their own function, so that when you pick a result tomorrow or next time, you understand it better. Please go and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. It is free of charge. Because the next time I'm coming now, I've talked about the white blood cell aspect of our full blood count. So my next video will be on the red blood cell aspect. Then when we are done with that of the red blood cell, we'll now come and talk about that of the platelets. So click on the subscribe button and the notification bell is there at the top part of your YouTube. Click on it so that whenever I post these wonderful videos, you are going to enjoy me. I mean it. So whenever I post these wonderful videos, you will be able to gain something good from it. You will learn something that will sharpen up your medical medical aspect of you. Yes, you have an little idea about everything. So I will not just be a novice when you pick your results. So I'm going to come in subsequently to tell us what we expect in the different results that we are being given in the lab. So please continue to encourage me. Love you. See you in my next video. Bye.